Oh, good morning, folks. It's Downshift 73, and this is the update on the 2013 box garden. As you remember, last year I started a box garden for my girlfriend, who lovingly gave up her home in Needham, where she was living, to move in with me in New Hampshire. And because of limited space, we're on the third floor. We have an apartment with a balcony. So there's not a lot of space out there. One day at work, I came across some things that we're getting rid of, and I asked the owner, and the owner said, "Sure, take as many as you need." So I did, and it turned out to be pretty good. So we're just going to do a quick caption of the girlfriend and pretty piggies, and sip of coffee. Oh, coffee. The napkin there, yeah, there was bacon, but I ate it all because it's bacon. Two staples in life. If you're going to be a prepper, bacon and coffee, hands down. That's all you need. Maybe a gun made out of bacon. That'd be pretty sweet, but I'd probably eat it. Anyways, here we go. Now everything we did out here this year, um, we did right from seed. So last year we grabbed a couple of things right out of the home gardening center at the local Home Depot and just transplanted. But we said, let's really go the extra mile this year and start everything ourselves, then transplant it. And we did. I think this has been outside for what, about a month and a half now, baby? Everything out here is about 6 weeks. Here we have garden green beans. These are not the bush kind. These are the actual vine type. We did bush last year, so we said, well, let's try some vine, and let's just see what happened. Here we are, roughly about the 6 foot height. Yep, and they're growing right up there. They're doing really, really good. So we can't wait to harvest these. We put the sticks in, I'd say, mm, last week, maybe 2 weeks ago. Yeah, about 2 weeks ago. And if you've been watching the weather, it's pretty much rained all last week. This is like the first real weekend we've had where it hasn't. And these guys they just grew right up. They're standing tall. They're doing their thing. Um, we got the dowels at Home Depot, but we were walking around a place. One of the parks are in my area, and said, "Well, let's grab some of these fallen branches and whittle them down and make sure they're not full of bugs, and we'll use those and see how it works." And the plants seem to like them. Way to go, green bean. You rock. Down here we have a patio tomato, and we did one patio tomato last year. We actually had two tomato plants. One didn't do so good. I don't even remember what kind it was. It might have been like a tiger or something. But this year we said, well, we had so much luck with the patio. Let's do it again. So here we got a little patio tomato, and as you can see over here, we're gonna be tomatoes. Yes, you are. So patio tomato number one. We actually have a couple of different types of tomato plant going. This is one of them, and I'll show you the other one in a second. Here we have some cilantro. It's doing really, really well, and just great thing about with peppermint meat. Well, I love cilantro. So good in salsa. I love Mexican food, so cilantro was a must. Um, then we're probably going to do another chive, maybe even dill. Not exactly sure yet. Here we actually got, you can see the little tiny guy sticking out. We got some oregano going. And over here, you can see this little guy right here, this little guy right here, and this little guy right here. It's going to be basil. Down over y'all, we actually have some sweet white onion. And we planted 6 of them, but only 3 are doing really good. And this little guy over here, he's trying. So, we'll give him some more time. Maybe just a late bloomer. Then over here, I'm probably gonna throw in a jalapeno plant once I get it sprouted. Here we go to some kind of lettuce. I don't even remember what kind of lettuce it is. I'm not even gonna bother trying to remember or whatnot, but it's lettuce. It's edible. It's all that matters, right? It's actually not that bad. Looks kind of weird. Stems are a little on the thick side, so we cut those out, but other than that, good. Hey, beat it, B. That's just an empty box. Yeah, we won't talk about that. Here we got some mesclun. Really, really tasty. And I got the arugula and frisee and stuff in there. Just so good. You can see in the corner we actually already helped ourselves to some. Yeah, delicious. And here we got a super sweet tomato. We're trying it in 2 different ways. We actually have one growing in a container. This one's hanging. Um, just to see what what kind of space and stuff it's going to need. But this is really more an experiment for us. So like when we get a place, we have a large yard because we're looking at a house. We're looking at houses with acreage. That's my thing. I want a garden and chickens and bunnies and maybe some sheep and anything else I can eat. Yes, I said eat. Bunny's good. And here we got some more little guys are going to be doing their thing. The Super Sweet's really interesting. What we chose it is when we looked at looking at things online and checking things out and doing some research for this. It grows like a vine, and it looks like they get like 10 to 20 of these little tiny tomatoes. I'm guessing they're about the size of a grape on there, so it's kind of like a cherry in a sense. Here we have pickling cucumber. We're going to try this guy hanging too. We did cucumbers last year, the same type. We did 4 to a box. The boxes, by the way, are 8 by 10 by 20. And I've got holes drilled into the bottom with some screen to allow things to drain and aerate. And they're actually sitting up off the patio, or balcony rather, so they can get some air underneath there and it doesn't get all moldy and stuff like that. As you can see, the bottom gets pretty wet even when it rains. It stays that way. So it's a good way to aerate things and let the soil breathe. And moving on, here we have another patio tomato. So we're doing two patios and 2 Super Sweets this year, because we just love tomatoes. Make some fresh mozzarella, pick some fresh basil, a little olive oil, a little bit of sea salt. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, thought so. And we got radish. Now the radish we did like we planted like 8 or 10 in the box, and the minute they sprouted and started poking through, they shot right up, and they didn't last very long because we both like radish. So when we went to replant, we said, hey, let's just do a trench, throw some seeds in there and see what happens. And that's the end result. Yeah. And that's pretty much, I'd say that's a 90% yield off of what we planted. You can see the space over here where a couple didn't pop up, but everything else came in, which is just awesome. Here we have some more pickling cucumbers. Last year when we did 4 in the box, we didn't think they really needed, or they were kind of overgrown, so we did 2 this year to see how it's gonna do. And fairly certain, just given by the size of the leaves, how well they're doing, that you can get in there and you can see what's going on. Yep, you guessed it. There they are. It's gonna be the start. I think they're gonna actually yield more because they have more space to grow. This is another Super Sweet that we're gonna be giving to somebody. We've already given out, I think, like 8 or 9 plants, some to my brother, some to her dad, and some to her sister too, which is cool. It's awesome being able to give somebody food. Hey, we grew this. You want it? Yeah, cool. Enjoy it. Here we have sweet pepper. We got 5 in the box this year. I think we did 6 in the box last year, and they did all right, but we staggered them. So, we got 1 and then zigzagged up the box, and they look like they're really thriving. So, keep fingers crossed that they pop out and do their thing. And then down here, this was given to me by one of my buddies at work, a guy named Noy. Really awesome dude. He's Laotian, and I was talking to his sister Penny, who also works there, and his wife Kim, who works there, and said, hey, growing a balcony garden, and they were talking about the things they were growing, and they had some Thai chilies. And I said, I'll trade you a patio tomato for a Thai chili. And they said, okay. Well, they really liked the patio tomato that I gave them. It was really hardy. And they were just shocked that we grew it from seeds, so they hooked us up with some Thai chilies. Yeah. Burn your mouth in other parts, too. Good, good, good. Cannot wait to start cooking with these guys. I have no idea what I'm going to do with it yet, but I'm sure it'll be something just awesome. Anyways, that last box over there that's containing the remnants of one of the mesclun plants that was actually starting to flower, that's going to be for Mr. Thai chili and probably a jalapeno plant or something. Maybe even some beets, not sure, but we'll figure something out with it. Anyways, this is Downshift 73, and this is our balcony garden for the summer. Just goes to show you with a little bit of space. And of course, just wanted to let you know, all these boxes here I got for free. And what these are their hinge pin boxes that the company I used to work for ships the hinge pins for 50 cal and 30 cal ammo cans they make for the government. and they put thousands of them in these boxes and then ship them out. And when they were getting rid of them, I said, "Hey, can I have those?" And they said, "Yeah, sure." I said, "Sweet." So just to let you know, every one of those boxes is free. Girlfriend brought that bucket. I think we paid $2.50 for that 5-gallon right there. These were like $3 a piece on sale at Home Depot. This Breda stuff we got for, I don't know, I think they were like $7 for both of them, also at Home Depot. And then soil. So I think the initial starting cost of everything for the balcony garden was like under $40. It was pretty sweet. You know, we used the soil we had last year. We caught a couple of bags and then mixed it back in. But yeah, so here we go. Very inexpensive balcony garden, and we're pretty excited about it. Anyways, I'm sure you got better stuff to do with your time, and I probably wasted enough of it. Well, I hope you enjoyed this. If you got any comments or any suggestions, definitely leave me a message. And yeah, make sure it's polite. Don't be rude, and don't use vulgar language, please, or I will remove it. Yeah, I'll let you go. Downshift 73 signing off and saying, long live the Republic.